Okay, students, we are starting with our illustration number 4. Okay, Mr. A sum, and in every sum we are seeing that, students, there are something new in every sums, and this chapter is having variety of many sums. So in this sum we are also having some new things are there. So first of all we will analyze the information provided in the sum. Okay, so first of all we are provided with municipal valuation, expected fair rent and standard rent, that we know. Okay, then after rate of rent means monthly rent, how much amount will be paid by the tenant. Then after vacancy period, so we also understand vacancy period. Vacancy period means tenant for that period no one is there in the house and no rent is received by the SSE. Okay, and then after unrealized rent. Unrealized rent means tenant is not paying rent to the owner of the house. There is difference between vacancy period and unrealized rent. It is that vacancy period means for that period house is not given to any tenant. Okay, on the other hand, unrealized rent means rent which is required to be paid to the owner, but tenant is not paying rent to the owner. Okay, in simple words, તમે ગુજરાતીમાં એને એમ પણ કહી શકો કે ભાડુઆત તમને ભાડું ચૂકવતો નથી. સપોઝ 11 months 11 મહિના સુધી માનો કે તમે એની સાથે કોન્ટ્રાક્ટ કર્યો અને એને હાઉસ આપી દીધું રેન્ટ ઉપર, તો એમાંથી માનો કે 2 મહિના સુધી પોઝિશન એવી થઈ જાય કે તમને રેન્ટ મળતું નથી. એ ઘર ખાલી કરીને વયો ગયો છે, બરાબર, પણ તમને લાસ્ટ 2 monthનું રેન્ટ પે કર્યા વગર વયો ગયો છે. તો ત્યારે આપણે સીધી સિમ્પલ ઇફેક્ટ આપી દેવાની કે રેન્ટ રિસીવ્ડ માઇનસ અનરિયલાઇઝ રેન્ટ. અનરિયલાઇઝ રેન્ટ મીન્સ ઓનરને ભાડું લેવાનું બાકી છે, હવે એ ટેનન્ટ છે એને પે કરતો નથી. સિમ્પલ લેંગ્વેજમાં કહીએ બેડ ડેટ. ઓકે, તો એ ભૂલી જવાના છે એ પૈસા, એટલે એ અમાઉન્ટ છે એ શું કરીએ છીએ આપણે રેન્ટ રિસીવ્ડમાંથી અનરિયલાઇઝ રેન્ટ છે એ આપણે માઇનસ કરી નાખીએ છીએ. ઓકે, બાકી બધી કેલ્ક્યુલેશન છે એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ રહે છે. ઓકે, તો વી આર સ્ટાર્ટિંગ વિથ calculation of the sum. This information is provided in the sum. So first of all we have to compare with municipal valuation and fair rent. Here higher amount will be selected. Okay, so and then after selected amount will be compared with standard rent, and here lower amount will be selected. Okay, so you know that. Okay, we are repeating this sum. Okay, so 22,400 and 23,200. So higher amount is rupees 23,200. It will be compared with standard rent, and between these amount lower amount will be selected for step number 1. Okay, so 22,720 will be selected. Then after we are checking 28,800 and 29,600, so higher amount will be 29,600, and it will be compared with standard rent. 28,000 rupees will be considered. Then after 28,800 and 33,600, then 33,600 is higher amount, and it will be compared with standard rent. So 28,000 lower amount will be considered. Then after 13,200 and 11,600, so 13,200 is higher amount, but it will be compared with standard rent, and it is rupees 11,960. Lower amount will be selected. Okay, students, so this point is very much clear to you. Then after actual rent minus, here please check that rent received minus unrealized rent. We are required to give the amount which is deducted by unrealized rent. So first of all, how much amount we have received? So 22,400. Please check that. Sorry, 2,240 rupees is our monthly rate of rent. Okay, so 2,240 multiply by 12, then we will get annual amount. How much amount is this? 26,880. Okay, out of that less unrealized rent will be deducted from that. So unrealized rent is how much amount? 2240, which is given in last point of the sum. Okay, so this amount will be deducted. 2240 means 24,640. 24,640. Okay, so here amount will be considered rupees 24,640. Then after, please check that next year also monthly rent is 2240 multiplied by 12, means we are calculating annual rent. 26,880 less unrealized rent. How much amount is given? 6,720. So 26,880 minus 6,720 means 20,160. So here amount considered will be 20,160. We are just deducting unrealized rent. Okay, and we are multiplying with 12, means we are want to calculating the annual rent received or receivable. In here sum is given, our information about rent is on the monthly basis. So to convert monthly rent into annual, we have to multiply it with 12 months. Okay, so we will receive annual rent received or receivable. Next house 2240, there is also multiplication. Okay, and 26,880 less unrealized rent. Okay, so unrealized rent is rupees 1,600 here. Okay, so 26,880 minus 1,600 means 25,280. 280. Okay, so here 25,280 will be considered here. Then after, in the next house amount is rupees 1,120. So multiplication, multiply by 12 is equal to annual amount we will receive 1120 multiply by 12, 13,440 less unrealized rent. How much amount? 5,600. Okay, so we are receiving 7840. 7840. So here considered amount will be 7840. Okay, so step 1 will be compared with step 2, and higher amount will be considered as gross annual value. So we are comparing that 22,720 and 24,640. So higher amount is rupees 24,640. Then after we check 28,000 and 20,160. So higher amount is rupees 28,000. Then after, in next house 28,000 will be considered, and then after 11,960 in the same line. Okay, so loss due to vacancy. So loss due to vacancy, we all know that. Okay, so loss due to vacancy will be calculated as per monthly rent. Okay, so monthly rent is rupees 2,240. So how many days are vacancy period? So 15 days are vacancy period here, and monthly number of days is 30 days. Okay, so divided by 30. So 2240 multiplied by 15 divided by 30, because in a single month there are number of days will be 30 days. 1120. Okay, then after 2 months is the vacancy period. So 2240 multiply by 2 months. Okay, so this way we will calculate that 2240 multiply by 2 means 4480. Okay, then after how much? 2240, because only 1 month is vacancy period here, and then after 1120 is our rent, multiply by 3 months. Okay, because here vacancy period is 3 months, so 1120 multiply by 3, 3360. So students, please check here. From gross annual value, loss due to vacancy will be deducted. Then after we will get final gross annual value. Okay, so 24640 minus 1120, that is 23,520. Then after 28,000 minus 4,480 means 23,520 here. Then after 28,000 minus 2,240 means 25,760. Then after 11960 minus 3360 means 8,600. Okay, so we are checking our answer. 23,640 is here. 24640 minus 1120. Okay, here 520 answer is coming. Okay, it's right. 24,640. There is error in the book in the house number 1 for final answer. Okay, here 420 is given, but actual answer is 23,520. Okay, see here it is correct. Then after 23,520, here it is also correct. 25,760, and then after 8,600. Okay, so want to tell you only one thing, that in every sum there will be some new thing which are you are required to learn that things. Okay, then and then these chapters you can easily study. Okay, so I would like to repeat the sum. Okay, first of all we have to compare municipal valuation and fair rent. Whichever is higher amount will be selected, and then after it will be compared with standard rent. Then and then we will get step number 1, 22,720, here 28,000, 11,960. Then after in this sum, second new thing is given is here, that actual rent received. But actual rent received means rent received or receivable minus unrealized rent. When you are not receiving amount from your tenant, then how you can pay on that amount for tax? Okay, so when we are not receiving any money, then we are not required to pay tax on that amount. So unrealized rent will be deducted here. Okay, so unrealized rent is already given in the sum. Okay, so ready-made amount is given here. Monthly rent is provided to you. Please check that. Here monthly rent is provided, but we are calculating these sums in annual values. Okay, so we are multiplying with multiply by 12, then we are receiving amount of 26,880. In all the situations I have calculated multiply by 12 on monthly rent. Okay, then after I have deducted unrealized rent from that amount. Okay, so I have deducted that. Then after step 1 and step 2 will be compared. Step 1 and step 2 will be compared, and higher amount will be selected. So here gross annual value will be higher amount between step 1 and step 2. So we have compared that, and then after we have calculated that. Then after loss due to vacancy will be deducted. So loss due to vacancy, how we deducted that? So 2,240, and we have given in the sum that 15 days is our vacancy period. So in monthly amount 2240 is our monthly rent. Please check that. I am writing it down as a MR. MR means monthly rent. 15 days are not paid or vacancy period. VP. Okay, vacancy period is 15 days. So divided by 30. So we are receiving half amount as vacancy period time. Okay, then after 2240 multiply by 2 months. Okay, and then after our rate of rent is, for here it is 1 month. Okay, so no requirement of calculating anything, and here our monthly rent is 1120, so multiply by 3 months. Here vacancy period is given is 3 months. Okay, so then after gross annual value we'll have deduction of loss due to vacancy, so I have deducted only one such thing. Okay, so it is very much clear from your point of view. Okay, otherwise if you have any doubt, please ask me in the Google Meet lecture. Okay, so here we are completing this sum here, and today's lecture is completed here. Okay, so please check that.